Hello traders, this is Aftab and you are watching Aftab Forex YouTube channel. Thank you so much everyone for joining me today. I'm going to discuss different types of trade setups, and I'm so sure enough if you follow the video from start till the end, by the end of the video you will have enough knowledge about different types of trade setups that we can trade and then we can make money out of it. Practice is the key. I'm sure any knowledge and any learnings that I'm going to provide in this video will be helpful for any type of trader, whether the weekly trader, the day trader, the intraday trader. I will try to discuss the types of trade setups, like the disposable trade setups, the follow-up setups, the long-term setups, everything in this one video. So I'm so sure enough that you will get a lot of new education and new learnings from this video. So stay with me till the end and let's find out different types of trade setups that we can trade and we can change our future with it. First of all, on the screen right here you can see this is one of my simplest strategy till today. So this is also an ABCD pattern strategy. I will be giving you the two links in the description down below. Make sure after watching this video to watch those videos if you want to understand this strategy and make good profits out of the market. So let's jump into the MT4 and let's see what we can get from that. Right here, first of all, let's see which chart it is. Silver US dollar right here we have, and even I discussed this particular opportunity with all of you in the previous video. You will also be getting that link in the description. So my friends, I want to discuss different types of trade setups, and let me quickly activate the epic pen tool right here. There are a lot of the trade setups, but today I want to discuss these two with all of you. The first one is disposable setup, I should say disposable, and I will be explaining it for all of you. And the second one is the follow-up. This is at the moment the correct word that comes into my mind. So disposable setup and the follow-up setup, let's see what these setups are and how the trader can make good profits out of these. So when it comes to the trading setups, the first thing that come into our mind is which time frame, because there are monthly time frame, daily time frame, H4, H1, M30, M15, then the M5, then the M1, and on the trading view obviously there are in seconds and 3 hours and those, but I'm not going into the details of that. I am happy with the default MT4 time frames that it gives me. So when it comes to the trading setups, the first question that comes into our mind is which time frame, the daily, the weekly, monthly, the H4, any time frame it can be. These setups will be working very nicely. So right here in the trading setups today, I am going to discuss two main important setups with all of you. The first one are obviously the disposable, as I have told you, disposable setups, and the other one is obviously follow-up setups. What I have seen in my trading career is that most traders, what they do is they let's suppose if this is M15, what they do is if they see something like this, immediately they enter buy right here, maybe even if a buy right here. So these are on the M15, H1, these are disposable setups. And for the disposable setups, what we do is we set stop losses, right? Like the M15, H1, H4, any time frame it can be, but even it may be for long term as well, but it will have a stop loss. The follow-up setups will have stop losses in the form of sell stops and buy stops. Sell stops, buy stops. Sell stops will help us when we are on a buy, and when, let's say, we are going on to a buy trade. So if we think that the market may be going against us, we set at the lowest point below the support a sell stop, SS, sell stop, and which tells the market, or the which tells the broker that okay, if the market reaches to this certain point, add a sell position for me as well. Similarly, right here on the buy stops, what we do, let's suppose we are on a sell, and if it start to go back up and we don't want to leave this position, what we usually do is we set buy stop, that okay, if the market reaches to this certain point, add a buy position for me. So in this situation, we are on a buy, we are on a sell, and at this particular moment we seems as going into hedging, and later we find some level from where we can release one of the trade and we can make profits. Right, very simple it is, not no rocket science right here. And I'm so sure enough, if you watch this with full attention, you will not only be able to understand it very nicely, but you will also be able to trade it. But remember, practice on the demo accounts, that is a key factor in it, and you have to practice it very nicely. So first of all, let me tell you what are the follow-up trades. The follow-up trades, let's suppose we have got a double top up there, and let's say from right here, since this was this ABCD pattern right here, this was point D, so I'm not going to discuss this top right now, but I'm taking it from right here. Now a trader took a sell trade right here, and the trader is so sure that okay, we have got this as an impulsive wave, now we should see a correction and we want to trade this correction. So in that situation, what the trader will do on this confirmation, let me hide it a little bit, on this candle, if you can see, there is a very nice confirmation candles it give me, and I will be discussing those confirmation candles as well in separate videos. So when the trader saw this confirmation candle right here, candlestick pattern I should say, it was almost ready for taking a sell from right here at this place when the candle closed bearish engulfing right here. So in this situation, the trader thinks that the market should drop towards 61.8% retracement, and every time remember the Fibonacci is when there is a specific trend in the market, just like this one, when there is a trade setup and when we get a pattern up there, if you study this whole pattern right here from this candle, then this we have got no engulfing candle, this was a hammer as well or a pin bar, but still it did not work very well. Why? Because this candle closed green, which was signaling towards the top, and this bullish engulfing candle obviously took over the market. Then these were smaller candles, this was a smaller candle, see the bodies were almost equal, this one was even a smaller one. But right here, if I draw your attention to this particular candle at this zone at near point D, what it was suggesting is that it's dropping and now sellers are trying to control the market. So a trader jumps into the trade and set a stop loss up there, entered right here and aimed for 61.8% retracement of this impulsive wave. Now with a stop loss of this much, the trader try to generate this much of profit, which to most of you will seem unrealistic, but traders are doing it and they are making good profits out of it. But in this case, if let's suppose this will be just this much of risk and this much of reward, which is very excellent and powered by Fibonacci. Now This is a disposable setup. We set a stop loss for it and let it run towards 61.8% retracement, and as we follow it to the downside, we are going to move our stops to break even, right? So in this case, the trader entered right here with the anticipation that somewhere right, let me draw the Fibonacci so that things gets a little bit clear to us. So the traders thinks that this is going down to 61.8% retracement right here. The trader took a trade, stop was up there obviously, and entry from right here for one day, second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Around for 2 weeks the market go back up. Now at this stage the trader is relaxed. Why? Because he has a stop loss, and even if the market go up, the stop loss will be hit, but the trader will be happy who is taking this particular opportunity. Why he will be happy? Because with this much of stop loss, the trader is targeting this much. So this is a disposable setup on the daily time frame, requires patience and overnight holding of the positions as well. Now it went back up, and finally it took some time. I'm not saying it did it overnight, but the trade setup got completed. So with this much of stop loss, this much of TP could be easily generated. But how that would be generated? It would be generated with a lot of patience and holding the position. If you try to take this whole trading thing as a business, then I think there should be this quality in you that you can hold your positions overnight, over weekends as well, over few months as well. In this situation, just have a look at it. Now if I count the number of pips in this particular situation, the stop loss was 104 pips and the TP was 317 pips. So this is a disposable setup, right, on the daily time frame. But let's suppose if a trader puts instead of a stop loss, if the trader puts a buy stop up there, it tells the market that I'm holding a sell position, but if the market reaches up there, just open a buy position for me, because I don't want to lose this much money and I also want to stay in the market, which at times if you enter at a very bad level can be so much deadly, right? So without practice it will not be possible. You have to understand this hedging thing, and I do it live mostly in front of you on these lower time frames like the M15 usually, right? And in most of the cases when the market is very slow on the M5, but mostly on the M15, H1, H4 I do live, and the daily, weekly, monthly I do it for long term. So usually what I personally do is that on these daily time frames, on the monthly, weekly and the daily time frames, what I do is I try to stay in the market, right? If I have a proper stop, if I open a proper position, then I will like to stay in the market. Let's suppose if I have, or if a trader has a $50,000 of account and he or she opens around 0.20 and the account leverage is around 1:100, so 0.20 on a $50,000 of account is nothing, and even this stop loss is also nothing on that. But if you compare it with the profit, that is a lot of profit, my friends. And if it hits the buy stop up there and you want to be in the market, you will still be in the market. You will say that okay, I was trying to get this much profit with this much stop loss, but I am now stuck. My personal opinion is, if you are targeting this much and you add a buy stop for it, I think that is a very total wrong thing to do, because if you are risking anyways very less money, even if you put a buy stop up there, so from here if you entered, it will be around 50-60 pips of difference, so no means. But let's say if you want to hedge it from here, then it definitely will be helping you. So these are the disposable setups. Now on the M15, what we usually do is, let's suppose if the market is dropping, let me highlight this area so that I can better explain it on the H4 and even on the H1 and the M15 if possible. So let's see right here what was the market doing in this situation. I think this was the entry point and that was the stop loss around 100 pips in this situation. On the lower time frame, what it was giving us, keep rejecting from right here. Now assume you have a sell trade from maybe from right here. I guess you have a sell trade with 100 pips of stop loss right here, 100 pips of stop loss, and the target will be around 600 pips approximately. I haven't counted. You are into this trade, it is going in your favor, but this is market, it will be having these waves as well. So it rejected from here a drop, it bounces off from right here very suddenly. So saying it is that taking a buy trade right here was not feasible enough. And if we see, we have got a previous break of structure with a big candle right here. Then what happened? Made a support right here, made a support right here, the market bounces off. Now if at that time you are already prepared for it, this should be a piece of cake for you. Now you must say, we are holding a sell position, so why we should take a buy position? Most of the traders think that if we take a buy position and if it go against us, what will we do? Now remember, if you take a buy position right here, just like it has a stop loss up there, similarly right here it will have a stop loss. So where will that stop loss will be? Just below right here. So right here you are just taking a risk of this much, and the target is this previous resistance right here. You can see, let me precisely do it with this rectangle tool. So even you are holding a sell position and still you made profit, but if your broker allows it, the hedging, and still you made this much profit. Now you are already holding a sell position, and at this particular resistance level, what we usually do, make sure to check out my support and resistance strategy. I have discussed all of these things in it. What we could do is, we could also took another sell. Why? Because market rejected and we have got a tail to the top side of the candle, and even a tail right here, even a tail right here, which means this is a very strong level, and a confirmation on the H4, where we got H4 and the daily engulfing candle, which was a very strong one. So this sell could be easily took right here towards this support. So up there we entered at point D, A, B, C, and that is obviously the D. This is separate strategy, right? And this support resistance is support and resistance, support resistance is another strategy. So here what I usually do is, in such situations, when I took a long-term positions and when I see that the market is zigzaggy, and on I guess Friday or maybe Thursday last week, I demonstrated this particular strategy. I combined the SNR strategy with the ABCD pattern strategy, holding long-term sell, and right here you are doing buys and sell, because the support and resistance strategy, it suggests you this thing. So this is a disposable setup, this is a disposable setup, again this is a disposable setup. I think this has a tail, so I think let's see, this was a stop loss hit. Since we have got a tail, so this was another with us, and just see, we did that, this one was missed, this one was missed, this one was missed, but we have got this and a drop and another buy, and the market go back up towards there, but we exited the market from right here. So what did you get from it? We have a sell trade, a long-term one on the daily time frame. On the H4, support and resistance is giving us these opportunities. And even if I go down frame and study these things, these are all trade opportunities based on the ABCD pattern strategy, trend line strategy, and support and resistance strategy, followed up by the RSI for confirmations and a little bit of knowledge about the candlesticks. Now most of you think that engulfing candle or reversal pattern is very hard to find. When the market is, let's say, going up, it is going up, going up, and suddenly it start to give you a strong sell candle, it means, and especially on the daily, it means that now sellers are in control. So it means we took a sell trade right here, targeted 61.8% retracement, stop up there, and any opportunity right here we get on the support and resistance, we avail it. And these are the disposable setups with proper stop losses. Now let me explain what is the holding positions, right, or the long-term trades, or the hedging, I should say. Same names of, like, same concept having different names, right, but the concept is the same. So what that help us in which situations will that be helping us is, obviously, let's say if you are on this particular trade setup, let's say I'm assuming it, and you are preparing. First of all, if you could took this trade, that was fine, but now I'm explaining that what odds can happen. So let's say this was a 61.8% retracement, we have got a rejection, and we were technically looking for bullish opportunity right here, but what the market did is again another bearish engulfing candle. So if it was a disposable trade, it would have hit its SL and we would be completely out of the market, no issues. But there are traders who get stuck and they keep increasing the stop losses with the hope that, okay, the market will reverse right now, reverse right now, reverse right now. And then most traders also over leveraged and then also most traders open positions, over leveraged positions. They are big lots, tiny equity. So the market, when it comes down right here, the trader thinks, oh, now it is going to break this support, and what the trader do is immediately take a sell trade from right here, and the trader gets stuck in a hedging trade. So in that situation, how this holding position can help us? First of all, we have to identify from where we have got stuck. So we have, let's say, got stuck from right here. From right here we have got stuck. The market was coming down, right, and instead of a stop, what we did is we added a sell stop right here. So when the market dropped, our sell trade is executed. Now we have a buy trade from right here, we have a sell trade from right here, and the market is continuing back down. In this situation, psychologically, you are now looking at the market with a buy perspective and the sell perspective, and this is the right way of doing it. So when the market was coming back down at this stage, what you could do, or what any trader could do, is identify this support. So when the market took this support from right here, we did nothing. We say, let it go down, let it go down, we will see it later. But when we got this bullish engulfing candle, see, this candle's body is bigger than this one. I will make a separate video on the candlestick patterns, and candlestick patterns, that is in itself a complete new world of patterns. But simply, in simple words, it is bigger than this one. So when it was going back up right here, the sell was closed. Now this trade, when initially till here 49 pips was negative, we took a sell from right here, and from a sell we made 38 pips, right? So 38 pips we made from a sell, and right here if you see, at this stage the market was 85 pips negative against us. So 36 and 80 pips, and see the market go back up and took a retest of that. Very simple it is. There are again different types of approaches. Most traders, they get afraid and they close the position near this zone. Even if you close this buy trade at break even, still you have made profits from that sell trade, right? You have made profits from that sell trade. Now let's suppose if you miss this one and you get stuck on a sell trade, what's next? You left the market go back up. When it was going back up, where was the next resistance with us? This one. You closed this stuck buy trade now at profit of 146 pips, and this sell at this stage was 194 pips in negative. So what's after that? Upon confirmation, right here and even right here, since this was a reversal candle, it wasn't an engulfing candle, still a reversal candle at a resistance, and you close the buy and let the sell run, made profits from the buy, made profits from the sell. And these are the follow up or the holding trades obviously. So my friends, this was a little bit of concept. I hope you understand it, and I hope you practice it a lot and try to do it on a demo account. Open a $500 of demo account, or any, let's suppose if you are going to deposit 10,000 real money in the future, you are planning to, then open a $10,000 of or at least a $5,000 of demo account. Do apply this technique and see the results. Do practice it. Once you master it, you will be a king of it. You will be doing it. But remember, every trader, every person is different in this whole. Every person is different. Psychological wise, everyone is different. So if you want disposable setups that will be giving you profit, combine the Fibonacci ABCD with the support resistance, take a long-term sell, and then on the lower time frames take a buy and a sell on a support and resistance and make profits. And on this hedging one, you can, this is for usually for stuck traders who over leveraged, who opened over leveraged position. So this follow-up thing is for them, right? I hope you learned something from it, because from the core of my heart I feel so much sympathy for all of those traders who are not consistently making profits because of maybe their psychological issues of not handling the fear, greed and those things. And believe me, these can be controlled, right? These are in your control. These are in your control, which I will be discussing in the upcoming videos, but only if I get enough feedback from all of you. This is a little bit technical. Next time when I will be uploading the next part of it, I will be trying to do it a little bit more simple on these M15, M5, M1, and on daily basis you will be making nice trading decisions and good profits. Remember, traders out there are making millions out of these techniques. That's why people are making money. That's why we are looking at these charts moving. If people were not making money, they would not be pushing the market ups and downs. But people are trading it. People are making money out of these things. This is not a joke. Master it and see the difference. But I have around 2 other strategies videos. Try to practice them as well. And this is a little bit advanced. I can say this follow-up thing is advanced, but that disposable setup is not advanced. That is very simple. Just take a trade at one direction of the market with a stop loss when it drops or when it starts to range, then identify support resistance levels and do the buy and the sell upon this engulfing or reversal candle. Very simple is it is. And you can add RSI with it. I was about to forget it. Just have a look at this RSI and right here where it was. So those who think this is difficult, similarly right here when we took a sell from right here. Look at it, RSI was right here. Market gave two opportunities, this double top up there with divergence, that was the second one. The first one was this correction. We took profits from right here, we took profits from right here, we took profits from right here. Hard work, practice, that's obviously the key. And that also depends on the trader, the trader's equity, the trader's understanding. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, and more educational videos are being in the process, so I hope you will like it and you will learn new concept from it. This is Aftab signing out right now. Take care of yourself. I will see you next time. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.